Pakistan is hosting the 23rd edition of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization summit with top dignitaries from member and observer nations in Islamabad. The capital has been locked down under top-notch security measures, and this comes amid a wave of disconcerting terror attacks in the lead-up to the summit. Now among the guests is India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar. He is the first top diplomat to visit the neighboring nation in nearly a decade. Janga and Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz, Sharif greeted each other with a handshake and a singing expression at the start of an office official dinner for the visiting leaders of the bloc. No bilateral meetings have been requested during his visit, and Jaishankar's visit will strictly follow the SCO summit. Schedule. Sharif hosted a welcome dinner for leaders who are attending the meeting. Chinese Premier Liang and Russian Deputy Prime Minister Alexei, UK, whose nations established the SCO, are also in the town for the meeting. The bloc of 10 nations also includes Belarus, Iran, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, and Uzbekistan. 16 more countries are affiliated as observers or dialogue partners. The summit will culminate with the main conference, expected on Wednesday ahead of the conclave. Islamabad, along with the neighboring city of Rawalpindi, have been placed under lockdown due to hide insecurity concerns. The Pakistani government has deployed close to 10,000 paramilitary and police personnel across the national capital. Now this is to ensure the safety and well-being of close to 900 delegates who will be attending the two-day event. A red zone of approximately 14 locations have been arranged across the capital for the accommodation of delegates. The threat alert has been high, especially after the killing of 2 Chinese engineers and the gunning down of 21 miners earlier this week. Chinese workers in Pakistan have been particularly targeted in attacks across the country. And for more on this, our Pakistan Bureau Chief Analyst Malik is joining us live from Islamabad from the venue of the event. Thank you, Anessa. Last time we talked about the arrangement of course meetings and everything. Tell us more about the arrangements and of course what is going to happen now.
Well, what we know so far are 2 things. Is that one, the USEC Prime Minister is yet to arrive in the city of Islamabad. He will be landing in about 10 minutes from now, so he is the only dignitary who is yet to arrive, who was not part of the dinner last night as well. There was a domestic compulsion, as what we have been told, and that is why his arrival has been delayed. That is number 1. Number 2 is that the Irani Vice President Raza Aref has withdrawn. And, in fact, has sent the Iranian Minister for Mines and Industries is Mohammed Atabek to be part of this SCO heads of governments meeting, owing to the fog of war over West Asia. That's what I have been told from the Iranian side. Those are 2, I think, significant updates. The rest, all other heads of governments and the external affairs ministers, both are here, foreign ministers being that of India and Turkestan, and the prime ministers being that of China, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Kazakhstan and Mongolia. They're already here in Islamabad. Now to add, what we know is that the arrivals of has been delayed by have been pushed rather by an hour or so. Earlier, it was supposed to be around 8:30 a.m. Pakistan time. That is now it has been pushed another by an hour, so we're expecting the arrivals to start between 9:20 and 9:30 Pakistan time in about 50 minutes to an hour from now. On the agenda, the security has been beefed up, and on the agenda, while there are outcome documents, we might be seeing some deviation in discussions around the issue of counter-terror cooperation.
Right, when that being said, of course the wars in West Asia and of course Russia-Ukraine war will be on the agenda. What else do you think will be centered across the SCO summit?
Well, there are four key outcome documents that have to be ratified by the heads of governments in this very meeting. First is the cooperation among trade bodies, that was the Pakistan proposal that has seen the light of the day. Second is with regards to the preferential trade agreement, that was a Kazakhstan proposal, that too has seen the light of the day. Third is with regards to proposal on economic cooperation on cultural economies, for instance arts and culture, that is a Russian proposal. And fourth is with regards to the new economic dialogue framework that was an OBEC proposal, and that too is now an SCO document. These are the four known documents, key documents that will be reflected in the joint communique, along with the budget approval, expenditure, the SA Secretary General's report, and of course the joint communique itself. But there can and there might just be deviation on two things. First is with regards to the ongoing hostilities between Palestine and Israel, and of course the other hostilities between Lebanon and Israel, that would too be under discussion, number one. And number two would of course be counter-terror cooperation among SCO countries. Remember, the executive director of the SCO RATS, which is the regional anti-terrorist structure of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, that is headquartered in Uzbekistan in Tashkent. Their executive director is here, so there will be discussion on how to proceed with forming this collective strategy on the regional anti-terrorist structure, and to EAM to eliminate the threat of terrorism among SCO countries. Thanks for watching this video.